Okay guys, long time no see. Welcome back once again to Crypto Educator. How you all doing guys? A lot of things are happening in the market, right? A lot of things. But in this video, we'll talk about a potential situation that is quite similar to what happened back in July itself on Bitcoin. Then we'll talk about Ethereum and the bull market support band, guys. This is something which Benjamin Cohen also talks about, right? And then we'll take a look at a very special moving average against a very special time frame that is not pretty unique, but the price action across this entire moving average is kind of unique, guys. So we'll talk about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana in this video, and the price action and what can happen according to the TA Hocus Focus, right? So without any further ado, guys, let's jump into only charts right here. And okay, one more thing we'll have to talk about in this video is going to be the negative interest rates happening across all the DeFi protocols as well. That is also a good indicator in the market, guys. So with that said, let's jump into the price action right here. So last time Bitcoin set in a bottom at your 21st July price levels right here, which was your $31,000, where Bitcoin was kind of obliterating all the lows that it had made in the previous weeks right here. But essentially, guys, this one turned out to be a big amount of bear trap in the market, right? And you can see right here as the candle simply pushed above the 350 moving average on the daily time frame, you had a crazy follow through that took the price action all the way towards the yellow projection moving average, guys. So we are looking at a similar situation happening once again. And am I expecting same things happening from these price points? Probably not, guys. I'm going to be, let's just say, I'm going to be moldable and foldable like water, and I'm going to be prepared for most of the things that happen in the market as a whole, because we are trading here, guys. We're not dating any analysis, or we're not engaged to any analysis for that matter, right? So what we can expect is that maybe as the next week begins, and if you see a lot of bear traps input right here and daily candles being put in above the 350 moving average, that's going to be a clear cut indicator that yes, we are putting another bear trap on these levels. And guys, look, the macro side of risk management is certainly below 42,500 zones, guys. Now essentially you can extend this zone all the way towards these price points where Bitcoin set in the last higher low in context to all of these lows right here. So most of the risk management and most of the market price action landscape is going to look okay to little bearish until we are above $42,000, guys. So this is going to be the simple zone of risk management, and this is something which I'm going to be putting a lot of focus into, guys. Now crazy things can happen, and certainly I would be prepared for most of the things. So should you, right? But what I can expect is that maybe the 350 moving average could play out that bear trap once again, and then we can simply shoot to the upside and retest these price points once again and see whether the price action really wants to drift away to the upside, or we want more consolidation. Or let's just see what happens in the market, guys, because it looks to me like the market was kind of over leveraged and we did not have enough fuel coming from the spot markets that could actually bring in real liquidity that could push the price action to the upside. All we have right now is fucking people over leveraged on top of each other, right? And expecting Bitcoin to go to fucking $250,000 by before the end of this year itself, most likely, which is not happening, which is why we are going through a correction right here, guys. I mean, this is simply what markets likes to do every single time, right? Whenever you have crazy amount of longs and shorts being poured in the fucking crypto assets or any asset in the financial universe as a whole, the markets will go through a correction, guys. So this is what is happening right here, and until we're above this exact price point right here, most likely everything is consolidation in the bigger picture, guys. In the bigger picture, right? The macro trend stays bullish until Bitcoin stays above $42,500 on a closing basis, guys. Essentially on a weekly closing basis is what I'm looking forward to. But what happens in the coming week is certainly going to be very exciting, guys. So let's jump on to the 4-hour time frame and let's see if anything interesting is happening there. We are kind of putting in multiple amount of bullish divergence coming from this bottom, guys. I'm pretty much sure right here. Yep, with your funding also being negative, guys. Remember, essentially right after this wipeout coming from Bitcoin to these levels, you've had your funding getting into negative, guys. Remember, every single time you see this kind of thing happening in the market, Bitcoin is just setting in a mid-term bottom in the price action, or let's just say the price action is simply choppy enough to liquidate everybody who is willing to short the fuck out of Bitcoin in the market, right? So essentially we're kind of nearing these zones. This one looks to me like pretty much something which was happening right here, guys. You can see right here that the price action was down, everything was down on the daily time frame itself. The volatility was also quite expanded, and the interest rates were kind of negative all throughout this area, guys. I hope you can see right here. I hope you do understand all the implications of the funding rates in the market itself, right? So we're looking at negative interest rates happening once again, but does that mean that it's going to stop Bitcoin from leaking down below? Probably not, guys, probably not. But essentially, these are the signatures that, well, you have to look forward to. Every single time Bitcoin puts in any kind of price action with negative funding in the market, that is when you have to essentially start paying attention to the price action, guys. This is what I'm trying to say right here, right? So on the 4 hour, yes, we do have multiple bullish divergence coming from these price points right here, although we can keep on rolling to the downside, guys. Now, I would be really putting a lot of focus into this price point right here alongside the 111 moving average on the 4 hour time frame, guys, because if Bitcoin starts trending above $50,000, that is when we are going to be attempting that, let's say, that little bullish move that we were talking about in the market, right? That could take the price action all the way towards maybe 64,000, 65,000 as well. Try to test the range highs and see if we really want to go towards $100,000 before the end of this year or not, guys. Nobody knows. Nobody has seen the future. So this is what we are kind of speculating on right here, right? And the closest guess we can make in terms of the price action structure is the fact that until Bitcoin is below $50,000, until it is below this rejection low, right, rejection high coming from these levels, well, you cannot expect bullish stuff happening in the market in general, right? So wait for the price action to consolidate and situate above $50,000. That can be your early indicator that yes, we are kind of putting in a small time frame reversals, and we can be targeting $63,000 coming, and maybe before the end of this year itself, guys. Okay, now with that said, let's talk about Ethereum right here. What is Ethereum doing in the market? This one is getting squeezed off against this support band right here, guys. Now this indicator is called Bitcoin 350 DMA. Now I'm pretty fond of this number, right? You'll see, guys, you'll see in the Solana price action analysis as well. 350 is a Fibonacci number, and in certain time frames like 4 hour time frame, 350 moving average on various assets have been working like a charm, guys. Check it out for yourself. This is like a free alpha. I mean, this is pretty much working out on every single asset, guys. The 350 moving average alongside your 4 hour time frame on any crypto asset is telling a lot of things about the direction in general, guys. So what is Ethereum doing right here against the 350 DMA moving average? We are at the middle of this entire band right here, essentially, right? Now this is quite big, guys. This entire range is quite big, which is why we can't really base off crazy analysis and crazy conclusions from this entire piece of 350 DMA extension moving averages right here. But what we can see is that this area is still holding a fine alongside Bitcoin holding key levels, guys. So what are we looking forward to? We are kind of looking forward to a grind resolve to the upside on Ethereum, with Bitcoin potentially taking out $50,000 to the upside, guys. So if Bitcoin takes out $50,000, maybe we can expect Ethereum also running all the way towards these levels and taking out some, and guys, some fresh new short positions in the market, right? We can target 47,000 if we are targeting $60,000 for Bitcoin, essentially. So this is how these both price action are kind of related in the market as of now. At least this is something which I can see, guys. Now on the RSI itself, on the daily time frame, yes, we are putting in bullish divergence already. I mean, on the first move, this looks to be like a continuation trend to the downside, and I'm not going to be extremely bullish in this price action right here. But well, oh well, on the daily, I mean, just with some minor rejections in the price action, you're already setting in bullish divergence, guys. Holy shit. Now this tells me something. This tells me that the market is more strengthful in the bull's end. I mean, you just went through, let's just say, guys, this was a 20% price action correction, and all of your RSI got reset, right? I mean, RSI started printing in a bullish divergence with only a 20% correction in the price action. So this means that the sellers are trying to put in a lot of weight in the price action. Sellers are doing everything. Sellers are just using all of their fuel to suppress the price action to the downside. But it looks to me like the strength coming from the sell side liquidity is kind of waning out as of now, guys. Remember, in these regions, we were talking about how the buy side liquidity is kind of waning out, right? Now on these levels, it looks to me like the sell side liquidity is kind of waning out as of now, guys. Now we do have support coming in with this entire band, and yes, the price action has been proven out nice, at least in this entire leg to the upside. The price action reacts very nicely with this entire range, guys. And also we do have Bitcoin key levels also coming in with Ethereum key levels right here on the $36.50 regions, right? So both of these levels are quite relevant to me, guys. Now if we open the next week little bullish in the daily price action itself, maybe we could be looking at a little follow through momentum that could take price action all the way towards the targeted levels, guys. The first level is going to be above $50,000, and if we take out 52,000, 53,000, then yes, guys, most likely we're going to be putting in a midterm reversals coming in on Ethereum, BTC, Solana, Polkadot, Chainlink, and everything else, right? Every major asset is going to be probably going through a little correction to the upside, not to the downside anymore, right? So guys, Ethereum on the daily time frame, not much to talk about right here, not much to conclude as well. But as you can see, the daily trend being set in above this band right here, this indicator is up for free, guys. You can just have this indicators up your chart for free on TradingView itself, right? The Bitcoin 350 DMA moving average indicator. Now this is quite applicable on Ethereum and various other altcoins, but I'm not going to be putting a lot of focus, and I'm not going to be basing my trades, my crazy big leveraged trades, or maybe my spot trades as well, which kind of includes all of my equity, to be honest with you. I'm not going to be basing crazy decisions just because of this 350 moving average is supporting the price action, although this is pretty insightful, guys. The only thing which I'm going to take from this entire indicator is going to be insights, right? So it's giving me a good insight about the fact that $3650 reasons on Ethereum is kind of perfectly okay in terms of the support, guys. So until we are above this price point, we can expect some expansions coming to the upside, with Bitcoin also trying to resolve some key levels, guys. Okay, off we go into the 350 moving average on the 4-hour time frame with some crazy freaking colors in this chart right here to make things interesting, I guess. I mean, Solana on the 4-hour time frame for you guys right here. You can see that the 350 moving average is the moving average of all, guys. If you're just talking about Solana right here, right? This is Solana, guys, USD on FTX, literally the exchange that listed Solana for the first time ever. So what is happening is that every single time you're below the 350 moving average on the 4-hour time frame, like this region and like this region, and well, we don't have history obviously, guys, but beneath this region as well, right? So we're kind of below the 350 moving average on the 4-hour time frame, which means that Solana probably is getting into a long form of consolidation, guys, a long form of consolidation, right? So if you just clear out all the noise in the market, and if you just simply take a look at the simplest of the things right here, until Solana is below this entire rejection high sitting in at $235 regions, most likely we're going to be extending this entire accumulation zone or reaccumulation zone for some amount of time, guys, right? Now this is kind of confirmed with the 350 moving average itself, which is why we're kind of looking at a little price action suppression coming beneath this moving average. So what we can expect is that even if Solana runs all the way towards $205 levels, that's going to be the target, guys. That's going to be the trading target, right? So if you long right here, you can target these levels, but you got to get rid of the position. You can't expect positional trades on Solana until you're below $235 regions, guys. Unfortunately, that means that all the wet dreams about $500 Solana before the year ends itself is probably not going to come into fruition, right? Now, simple things right here, simple moving averages. This is simple data points, guys. This is not my bias which is talking about the market right here. This is simple moving average which is telling me that maybe Solana is going through a consolidation phase that not a lot of people are looking forward to. I mean, everybody is looking forward to crazy expansion in the price action like this, where the price action simply keeps on ripping to the upside without stopping. Isn't this something which all of us like to see? But probably we're going to be calming our horses, guys. I mean, we have to cut down on the expectations. As you can see right here, that the price action on Solana is telling us different things, right? So until you're beneath some key levels, essentially $235 levels, maybe the bigger picture is consolidation, guys. So what I'm saying right here is that we can have a bullish trade in the market. We can have a good looking bullish trade as well in the market, but I feel the easier side of the trade has already played out, guys. I'm going to be managing my risk below this price point, and I will certainly be targeting $206 levels with the 350 moving average coming out of these levels, guys. Now that could also be a good looking trade to the upside for about maybe a 15%, 16% leg to the upside, right? So good looking ranges to capitalize on, guys. So what we have to do in these kind of dynamics is that we have to get rid of the positional mindset, right? Everybody trying to long every bottom, thinking that they're going to be passing that long position to their grandchildren or something like that. We have to get rid of that mindset as of now. We have to understand and we have to be aware about the fact that maybe the market is going through a little time correction, guys. We are going through a little correction, and this could extend, right? This could extend indefinitely. Nobody knows until when this actually is going to extend. But what we can do is we can kind of capitalize on the ranges, guys, right? So good looking range for Solana as well, good looking price action as well. But until you're beneath the 350 moving average and the curve is kind of sloped to the downside, or is essentially trying to slope to the downside, maybe the asset overall is going to go through a lot of consolidation, guys. Yep. I mean, we are not looking at potential exponential runs coming in on Solana anytime sooner, right? Whereas, I mean, this was not supposed to be part of the video, but AVAX on USD is looking different, right? I mean, okay, let me just let me just talk about the price action coming from Binance, because most of the history is right there. As you can see right here, guys, the price action is simply bouncing from the 350 moving average in the 4-hour time frame, and this is looking different in terms of the trending motion, guys. So maybe AVAX is certainly going to be challenging. All right, maybe and certainly together in a sentence certainly doesn't sound right to me, but anyways, guys, what we're looking at right here is a potential retest of $130 regions at first, and if we are able to capitalize on this entire range, guys, then you know the deal, right? I mean, essentially patterns, if patterns do have to repeat, they will probably repeat themselves once again, right? I mean, bam, you go towards the 2618, and bam, if you start trending, the 2618 is at $250 regions per AVAX, guys. Although we can expect crazy amount of volatility, guys, because Bitcoin is volatile, right? Bitcoin is kind of undecided for. The levels on Bitcoin are kind of not decided for as of now, which is why AVAX is certainly going to go through a lot of volatility, guys. So if you do not have the courage and the heart to go through, I don't know, 20% drawdown in your holdings, maybe staying away from AVAX is going to be a good choice, and maybe waiting for this one to revert back to the mean moving averages and taking a new position at those points is certainly going to be way more better than that, guys, right? So having some patience with this price action is certainly going to work out. But if we take out this entire region to the upside on a daily trading basis, then the race is on, guys. Then maybe without any hiccup, we'll be rolling at least towards the 1618 at $180 regions per AVAX, right? Okay. Now here we come into the last part of the video right here, guys. This is Solend. This is a DeFi protocol on Solana, right? And this is certainly one of the, let's say, guys, one of the protocols where I'm managing my assets very extensively, guys. I do manage most of my assets on Solana ecosystem as a whole. And what I can see right here is that we have negative interest rate going on borrows, guys. Holy shit, right here. I mean, you're getting paid to borrow essentially on Solend. So if I borrow BTC, I'm getting 5% APY getting distributed in SLND token that is worth $4 in the market, right? So you have negative interest rates coming on Ethereum, on Bitcoin, on Solana as well in the market, guys. And I do believe that this list kind of extended towards Serum as well a week ago, it seems to me like, but not as of now. Now, essentially, guys, this is kind of aligning with the fact that Bitcoin is also going through a negative interest rate, guys. Remember, the market is over bearish as of now, right? This is telling us that the market is over bearish as of now. And we don't have any big catalyst to cause this mega humongous breakdown and just, I don't know, wipe out everybody out of the market. We don't have that catalyst. But we see that the market is overly bearish, guys. And that is coming from the DeFi protocols as well, right? You can see that negative interest rates are happening on Solend, on Port Finance, on Larix protocol as well. So most of the Solana asset management and most of the DeFi protocols on Solana are having these negative interest rates, guys. I think it has a clear-cut implication on the market landscape as a whole, that we are kind of getting over bearish where the price action is not that bearish in the market, right? So the coming week is certainly going to be very exciting, guys, because we are jumping into the Christmas weekend and we can expect, well, historically, yes, we can expect buying activities happening for this week, guys. So if you are overly bearish in the market, maybe try to be level-headed until we go through the holiday breaks, right? And let's see what happens, guys. Maybe the next week that opens is going to tell a lot of things about the price action for the first week of January and so on and so forth as well. But, well, I think I have to cut this video short right here, guys. I mean, this is 18 minutes long. I did not expect this video to extend this much, right? But it's been 4 days since I made a video, guys. I've been trying to focus a lot on my trading as well, so which is why the upload frequency is certainly going to take a big fat hit, right? But I'm going to do my best, guys. I'm going to do my best to stay here. The links to Discord is down in the description, and the Discord server is open for everybody, guys. So join, come into Discord server, guys. I'm going to be active all throughout the day, I guess, right? Until the new year begins, I guess. With that said, let's wind up this video right here, right now. I'll catch all of you pretty soon. Bye for now.